Mm-hmm.
Oh, whatever.
So, shut up. So, last we met, our band of unlikely allies were heading off to Cazgrimm's Monastery. They stopped in the small town of Cizark, where they were robbed by an invisible, incorporeal, what was it, a gnome?
We don't know.
Yeah,
Halfling?
thing.
We couldn't
Halfling.
fucking see it. How do we know?
Right.
It was
short.
It
was incredible. It could have just been a regular midget human.
Yes. A short, incorporeal, invisible being.
They didn't take anything. We recovered the goods.
We recovered the goods, and I think...
We assume it was a halfling because it stole. That's all.
I think
that's racist. That is really racist.
I think one of the party members...
Species.
I think one of the party members actually made friends with it.
I think so.
But then we left... The party members then left Cizark. If you... Shh. Honey pants. Honey baby titties.
We are discussing reproduction within the D&D universe, if it's racism or speciesism. And what would you call the baby of a halfling and a human? A thirdling? A fourthling?
I think halfling is a derogatory term to begin with.
But it's not. It's what their race
Baby
is called.
cake. Patty cake. Baker's man. Bake your cake as fast as you can.
Okay.
So we... Shut up, please. So then, our heroes, not heroes, again, they're not heroes.
Anti-heroes.
Our band of fucking crazy people and not crazy people.
Heroic weirdos.
Our band of heroic outsiding... damn it. Our band of outsiders.
Our mercenary group?
Our mercenary group.
That is basically what we are now.
Traveled through a forest on the way to this monastery, where strange events happened.
A wolf wearing grandmother's clothing.
No. God dang it.
Its eyes were so big.
The strange scroll that we had found earlier was opened, and there was a gem inside of it.
And we're not going to discuss the creepy portal.
Shut up. There was no creepy portal.
There was a creepy portal.
There was no...
I didn't sleep that night because there was a creepy portal.
Okay,
into it.
Oh no, that was just.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain what he's talking about. Okay, so strange scroll. We found a gem inside of it. Then there was a very strange orb of ice, which was destroyed, and there was a shadow of. What was your character's name again?
Marduk.
Marduk.
Shadow.
Marduk's shadow was trapped in this orb.
The Shadow of Mordor, you said?
Then did some spooky stuff. Dridyn he got really pissed off because people kept waking him up from his trance, and then we arrived at a portcullis in a mountain.
What was guarding the portcullis?
Weird things.
Describe what they looked like. Weren't they tall, slightly hair-colored, and had a...
How did they make you feel?
Very
touched
humanoid,
me here, and here.
Hairy creatures with a skull on their face.
Yes, elongated, hairy humanoid
skull,
creatures
right?
with skulls on their faces.
Depending.
I think
not all of them would have deer
Wolf-like
skulls.
skull.
Wolf-like skull.
Wolfish.
And red pinpoints where the eye sockets were.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we last left off. You may have to do a lot of editing with that. Everybody kept interrupting me, and then we were singing a song, and then...
The four of you are standing in front of this golden portcullis among the snowy mountains. This beautiful, breathtaking view to the south of you. Of course, as far as you can see through the snow, which is starting to lighten up a little bit. It's still rather overcast, kind of dark. Standing outside of the portcullis is one of these creatures, as you described. He stands about, what did I say, 7.5 feet tall?
Yeah.
Huge.
Did we already talk to him?
Oh no, we
The
just
last
began.
thing I
We
remember
just
is
begun
one of them
talking to him
wandering
as
through
we
the
started.
golden portcullis, as if it wasn't there. Just like
Right.
Well, knowing that we've talked with one of these things peacefully before, I don't draw my dagger.
I'll talk to it.
He steps forward and says, "We have been waiting for you. Welcome. I am Trucian."
I do a courtesy.
I do my standard bow.
What was your name again? What was your name again?
Druzian.
I dust off my invisible dress.
This one's entertaining.
Yeah, he
How
is.
about you, Drow? What be your name?
He's a tiefling.
My name is Dridyn. You were looking at the wrong person, and it threw me off so hard.
That's kind of the point. He can't exactly tell where these things are looking.
Oh.
Oh, the creepiness factor.
My name is Dridyn Ravos.
Pleasure.
No, the pleasure's all mine.
When did you decide to crawl out of the muck?
A long time ago, back when I was a wee lad. Just had a bad time. Village gone, everybody just gone. Yeah, it was a grand old time.
That happens around here.
Sounds nice. Sounds like a place I could get to like.
I might know your family.
Really?
I might. I'd have to consult the scroll.
Might have eaten them.
How about you,
about that.
human?
I'm Halthas.
Pleasure. He bows.
How do you say your name again?
True, John.
True it is.
I high five Halthas.
Druzian, please forgive them.
How about you, skull bearer?
What of it? Who's asking?
I am.
And who the hell are you?
True, John.
He said his name like 3 times, bro.
I wasn't paying attention, dick.
Don't worry, just call him True.
Hey, my name is Dridyn.
Dictrin.
No, I don't take any drugs.
What be your name?
What's the point of this line of questioning? I really don't have time for this. Thank you very much. As I play with a twig.
You play with a twig?
One of those trees are circling like
You're an interesting one, demon.
And I wish I could say the same.
What a dick, True.
And he calls me Dictrin.
Dick tree.
That sounds
So,
like
what brings you back?
I've come to retrieve a secondary item.
That's why we came back?
This is
Well, I actually could use assistance with a particular thing I need done.
And I hear you need a new head of monastery. I dust my robot.
I hold my spear to you.
Whoa,
Do not
what's
mock this.
What's this hostility for?
True John holds his hand out, and your spear lifts.
Sproing.
Oh, baby.
No violence.
Understand.
It seems the short one doesn't know the rules.
I just do this. Snap. Rats.
I think he's just a little hot-headed short man syndrome.
His eyes, the pinpoints
So he's diseased.
flicker blue, and the central bar of the portcullis just juts straight up, opening the passageway.
That's where you got the idea.
There's a lot of phallic imagery here.
Indeed. Please, follow me. And he walks through the closed bars of the portcullis, just phasing through them as if he doesn't even care that there's an open bar.
Man, he's so cool, isn't he?
I ask him how the
He's
children
awesome.
are.
There's an open bar?
The children are fine.
You don't have time for
Has
that.
there been any
You have a goal to
problems
take care
while
of, don't you?
I have been away?
Things.
Children will be children.
Understandable.
Do you all follow?
Yeah,
Yes.
I whistle while I walk.
I don't follow directly after. I wait for like 2 people to go before me.
You'll be fine.
You walk into this grand entrance hall. The stone floor is smooth gray slate tile with swirls carved in patterns and glowing flecks of material in the stone tile. The walls are a similar gray stone, but instead of swirls, there's geometric patterns, angles, lines, proportional rectangles, and ancient gnomish script written on these walls. The script is slightly glowing. 4 of these creatures stand here, and they all bow as you enter. Dridyn appears behind you and speaks to his fellow creatures. Treat them well. They are guests in our home.
I'm startled when he speaks. Jesus Christ. I mean, Avo.
I'm also slightly startled.
Goddamn. Don't do that. That's a 7.5-foot tall thing. Be quiet at all.
The creatures just kind of walk away. They go into doors and hallways.
Do they walk through stuff?
They're like, oh.
One phases through a door. The rest just go into open hallways.
What's the point of doors in this place?
In the center of this grand entrance hall is a fountain that seems to be bubbling with red water.
Is that blood?
I think it's brandy.
No, I would have smelled it by now.
Is it brandy? Because I'm a little thirsty.
Call yourself.
They're
evil?
asking the one person who should know.
I'm like looking at him because I don't know what this is.
Make it up. This is your place. You should know what's in
Nothing like making something up and then an actual NPC walks up like, he's full of shit.
Dridyn points at it and says, "Monkish wine."
Monkey wine.
Oh! I start sprinting over heaven.
Stop, heathen! Stop, heathen!
I quickly turn and ask, is it alright if I take some of this, or do you have a specific bottled?
Probably not. It's blessed wine by a god. I would probably not go sticking your dirty little drow fingers into it.
Who said I was going to put my dirty little drow fingers into it?
You did.
I was inquiring as where I could get some of this good stuff.
And I was implying that you would stick your dirty little drow fingers in it.
And I was not implying that. Therefore, I was not... Yes.
I implied it.
I know that
There's no need for you to imply when I'm already doing the implying.
I know, but I wasn't going to do it. That's the point. The way you implied... What you implied is a falsity.
What time is it?
Am I wrong to hate him?
Like in-game?
No.
In-game, it's about 6 p.m.
I say, I think you're wrong.
I think
there's something
quiet.
special.
I think you need to stop
quiet down a
thinking.
little
It gets you in trouble.
And there
quiet down a little bit.
are children here.
There are children here?
By the wine?
Shh.
Yes, there are children here.
Buy the wine?
Wine and children.
Wow.
They have wine. Is there a place where I could get some wine?
In dwarven culture, the youngest imbibes alcohol.
I would love me some wine. Sorry, I would like some wine. I'm not good at speech right now.
Or stunted by beer.
You will have some.
All that rock above their head.
Splendid. Thank
No
you.
space.
I must ask that you give these 3 a few escorts while I attend to a few things.
Escorts, huh?
Attend to a few things, huh?
Not sexual escorts.
What, is there any other
Pinpoints in
kind
his
of
eyes
escort?
towards Dridyn, and 3 of these creatures appear next to the party members.
The one on the left is pretty hot.
I'm still startled by this. I'm not used to this crap.
I would implore you to keep your dirty little drow fingers out of it.
Oh, it won't be my fingers in it.
If I come out here and you're dead and drunk in there, I'm gonna be pissed.
I must, what's her name again?
Half shadow creature drow.
No, not her, not Drujan.
Alcohol consumption.
The last monk at the monastery.
The cremation will be easy. We just drop a light on it. It'll just...
Basically,
I
everything
must
can have
go
kids here. Have you seen a
speak
manticore?
with Agnes about obtaining my secondary
I
item.
don't want to.
You'll find her. She's in the vaults to the east.
Thank
What's
you
all
very
the
much,
people in
Drujan.
vaults?
I will also ask that they are not allowed. I'll also say they're not allowed near the vaults. They have free reign except to my forge.
Well, now I just
I'm
want to go to the
listening
vaults.
to this, and I rolled a 20, so I can hear what he's saying.
Like, why is he so angry all the time and then so timid here?
I'd be timid around 6.5-foot monsters.
He's at home.
Guides.
But yeah, I'm listening to what he's saying. And I
He's
just
not
rolled just in
comfortable at
case.
home.
They are the guardians to this temple,
Most to grow up in a monastery are.
and we must show them respect.
Oh, that's a lot better. I always like it when there's light.
Yeah, well, light makes some noise.
Oh. Is that going to interfere with the mic, or?
It shouldn't.
Okay, good. That was the whole podcast. We just heard like locust.
I don't think they'll be able to hear.
Please
so
tell me
hard
there's
dumbass.
there's an enemy in Dungeons and Dragons that's like locusts.
You mean
There is.
There
you
are.
mean hordes of locusts?
Yeah, there's hordes of locusts, which are
And-
like an enemy in real life.
Be committed near.
Have you been hit with a locust? Those things are welts.
And I turned to Halthas to explain why he can't go near the
They run
near the
into
vault.
you, then they look at you, then
Alphys.
they buzz like you were in their way.
Throw him in a pit.
You are not allowed to go near the vault because as soon as you enter, you will die. Only select monks can even get through there.
So it's one of
But I'm
those.
gonna be the head monk, right?
I hate those.
No, not even our head monk
Flip,
can.
flip a coin.
Oh,
I'll
well,
bet you that it's
shit.
either a lie
Okay, thanks
You
for the
must
heads
be a
up.
certain
or
class
the
of monk.
vault's
Okay.
got nothing in it.
You know
I've
what?
seen me a lot of death
I'll
and
take you up on that order. I take a coin and I flip it. I know.
Not canon, can't see it.
Tail.
Tail. Tails. Were we
didn't
supposed to call
decide
before
on
that?
Anything?
Sorry, I don't know.
I go to talk
You're right.
to
Yes, you are right.
Agnes.
You're like, she chose heads, I chose tails.
You remember the way to the vaults being through a pretty winding set of passageways and rooms to the east.
And before I leave, I turn to them. Behave yourselves in this place.
Always.
Oh, of course. I was about to make a reference, but I didn't.
Indeed.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I
Said
begin
long and
going to
winding,
the
and I
vault.
was so tempted. It is.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, so clever.
Paul McCartney on the rewrites.
As
Yeah, there you go.
As you walk through the passages to the east,
Was that joke written by
you
Ringo
come
Starr?
to a great hallway.
No, it was painted.
There's symbols carved on the floor, seemingly defining
Why didn't you
essentially
die?
what may lie in each direction. The southern tiles are carved with swords. Flutes are carved on the western tiles. An ear of corn is carved in the northern tiles. And beds and orbs are carved on the eastern tiles.
To the east.
You're following sticks?
Oh. I'm following the...
Are we?
I'm following the beds. Wait. No. I'm not following him. I was told to stay here and behave. I would follow the instructions.
You may search throughout the monastery. You just may not enter the vaults.
Which direction is the vaults?
The vaults are to the east.
Well,
To the west.
I say we split
I
up,
immediately
gang.
grab my skull, hold it over my head, and say, "All right, where are the children?"
You will not be going near them.
Are
I
they
have
in
s-
the east too?
But
Is
I have
everything in the east?
stories.
The children are in a chamber to the east.
Make sure he
I
doesn't scare them.
I turn to him and I say, "Please do not go to the east."
What isn't in the east besides the storeroom?
Is there
Keep in
anything
mind,
to
all
the
those
west?
children are monks.
There is nothing to the
They're
west.
monkeys?
Is there anything to the north?
To the north, you will
Doesn't really
find
matter.
our meditation room and a library.
The north. I book it.
He books it to the north.
To the northeast, you will find our garden.
Unimaginable treasures. Damn it!
And where's your library?
To the north through the meditation room.
Through the meditation room, you hear.
Everybody in the meditation room is distracted now.
So what? You run north.
Might clear my throat all the way through the meditation room.
Passing into the meditation hall. Long wooden pews sit evenly spaced across the floor of this colossal room. A high-pitched ceiling stretches for what seems like 100 feet or more, and chandeliers hang about 20 feet from the floor. On the western wall, there seems to be a glowing mural depicting a gnome floating among the stars, surrounded by clockworks. A large stage, at least 20 feet off the floor, floats in front of the mural and has 3 podiums. 6 columns run the north and south edges of the room and are striped with glowing patterns. Books are seen to be sitting on the pews. There's about 20 creatures in this room, and there seems to be one standing at the front and center podium on the floating stage. You can hear a strange noise emanating from him. Something like a low rumble.
The noise the books are making.
I turned to Styx because I didn't go with them because I assumed that he went with them because he was trying to be a dick and just clear his throat throughout the whole.
So, whoever's in the meditation hall, give me a perception.
Got an
Oh, there it is.
17, I'm assuming, because I have a minus to wisdom. 17.
I got an 8 with the 10.
Well, that's good enough. Both of you perceive something hanging from the center chandelier. It seems to be cylindrical in shape.
Eyes on it. Oogly boogling it. I
Throw
stop.
something at it.
I ready my fireball.
Don't.
You just cast fireballs everywhere.
Let's see what lights on fire. Chaotic good. Chaotic good.
The 19 or so creatures are seated throughout this hall, and they do. You see them facing the two of you.
I also prestidigitate a small light.
It's pretty well lit in here.
I have dark vision anyway.
This is true.
I want to be even
I'm just
more blind.
doing it for no shits.
I can't see anything.
You're Daredevil. You're the Daredevil wizard.
Oh man. And cut. All right.
M. Night Shyamalan me on that.
Ben Affleck.
Would you like to try to throw something at said hanging object, or try
In
to
front
get to
of
it?
these 19
Yeah,
creatures
like-
that are all staring at you.
All sacred? Yeah, looks like a sacred
What's the worst that'll
object in
happen
the
if I
middle of-
wander into a monastery as a wizard who has lived an entire life in religion and then just start lighting another place on fire?
You might die.
There's a slim chance of it, but I'm not willing to take it.
Fine, I'll do it.
Not a slim chance.
You could cantrip that son of a bitch right off.
Alright.
What a dick.
Well, because I have no respect for anyone else's religion,
I'm
and
totally
It's not
ambiguous to
religion.
both good and evil.
I'm
Okay, Shadow. Shit.
yeah, well, kind of.
I need more ambivalence
Plus, I
in
have
my
a
life.
plus I have a
do
voice.
good things.
Plus, I have a voice in my head
evil
telling me to do
things.
things.
I do things. What a cool character. He does things.
I thaumaturge through a hum.
Do you put red
You
streaks in your hair?
Through a throat clearing.
This small cylindrical object unravels. It seems to be a scroll, and it floats to the floor and lands in front of Halthas.
Oh.
Why are you breaking shit? And I instantly start to look at it.
It seems to be a spell.
Is everybody still staring at me?
Everyone's staring now at you.
Is this your guys's? It's okay if I take a look at this? Be silent if it's okay.
No one responds.
And agreement.
They're unresponsive.
Chaotic good. Silence is consent.
Oh God!
What are you doing, Dridyn?
I am asking Styx. So you remember that mask I asked you to make
So
me?
you're following him?
The only one who's lawful with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm asking him about this mask. I remember that mask I wanted you to make me? The sigil I needed carved, the enchantments I needed done?
Let me go talk to Agatha first, and if we have time, I'll stop by my forge and start work on it.
Thank you very much.
If anything, I can just retrieve the materials.
Are we all with him?
No, you two are walking north. These two are apparently walking east.
We're breaking shit in the monastery.
If you want, you can ask one of them to take you to our armory, and you can try and get better outfitted.
I do that.
Right.
Excuse me, monsieur. Could you
like 6 spell
take me
books
to the
on.
armory?
Just like a
He
Resident
points to
Evil,
the
like,
open archway to the south.
Just down that way. Any turns I need to make? Just
That way.
all right. Thank you. I walk that way.
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
You then come to
Silently though.
passing into the foundry,
I
forge,
slither.
and armory.
Foundry, forge, and armory.
You are greeted by,
The sound
as
of
soon as you
head
pass
hammers.
through this archway, you feel sunlight, warmth. Looking straight to the south, there doesn't seem to be a wall. It just opens up into this beautiful, breathtaking view of the mountains above the clouds.
I stammer back because there's a lot of light.
I was gonna say it's
Ow.
all reflecting off the snow, and he's about to melt.
Ow!
You stammer back outside of this room.
No, I just stammer. Am I just like on the doorway then? If I stammer back any, I go outside the room.
Yeah.
I stammer back a little, like ow.
Like rips the
You no
entrance
longer
like
see the sunlight.
I stammer back in.
Sunlight.
I stammer back out.
No sunlight.
I stammer back in and out.
Do I see this?
Yes.
You are unfortunately witness to all of this.
I try to whisper shout, "Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Everyone can
It's
hear you.
really bright in there."
Yeah, so I can see imperfections in materials and swords.
That's
and
good and all, but I can't see in that room. It's really bright. I have delicate drow eyes.
I just melt. Like all that's left is a Rona stick.
Is there like some sort of like
And even the bones of each one.
eye protection for
Just one
the weak of
skull and a
eye?
bunch of dust.
Is there a way to lower the
In some
brightness in that freaking room?
Nope.
So
It's outside.
just deal with it.
You can wait till the sun goes down.
Just deal with it for a bit.
Although, you remember coming in, there have been no changes in altitude of the floor. You remember that the clouds were well above you coming into the place.
Your frickin' monastery is crazy awesome, yo. Also, my eyes are still burning, but I'm gonna try to put up with it. I walk back in and I squint.
Okay, you will now suffer a -3 to any perception rolls.
To anything,
Not permanently,
he's
I
about
hope.
to melt.
No.
No, until you leave the room.
Until I...
Until
You will
your
form
eyes stop
cataracts in
burning.
30 to 40 years, depending on the life expectancy of your race.
Is it possible for my drow to, like, his eyes to kind of adjust to it so that it's not as bad?
Yes, you can.
Drow go up on the surface all the time, even in
How do
daylight.
you think they get their
But
slaves?
they're
They aren't
still
born down there.
Slightly blinded.
Yeah, you get a penalty to your vision, but you're
Kind of like
You
us
still
walking into
see
a
it,
dark
I think.
cave.
All right, I try to.
Pulls out a dark
I
lantern,
hang out in there
absorbs
and I
light.
examine my
Maybe I'll
surroundings, but
that's
not
fine.
too in depth because I'm kind of blind.
Then you do a lot of
Screwed in a dark
squinting.
cave.
Yeah.
You see on the western wall some ingots of different types of ore.
Right into his pocket.
Oh, remember not to touch my
He walks out of there.
freaking ores and other materials.
You see some tools and partially made weapons
I
on
would love to
the
hear a gnome say, "Don't touch my freaking ore."
eastern wall, and
It's not a lot
on a
like your
rack
ankle
in
shouting
the
at you.
center
Your ankle.
is a collection of short swords.
Oh God, did I step on something?
And one of them seems to catch your attention. Sticks.
Yes.
Are you continuing eastward?
Yes, I am.
Joke a little too far.
You know that, by the way, to the north of where you are currently
stepping on a
is
gnome and
the
having to scrape
garden.
it off your shoe.
Continuing east, you come
And this is why we
to
can't have a camera, jackass.
what you know as the glowing hall.
This is why we don't have a camera.
I agree.
What just happened while my head was turned?
I have no fucking...
we don't.
You guys were off on your own, so.
Okay.
Sorry. We were trying to be as little distracting to the two people actually talking as we could be.
You fucking succeeded. Good job.
The floor here seems to glow under your feet. Wherever you step causes the tile to glow slightly and light kind of swirls. There is a portcullis separating the eastern side of the room. To the north of here is the sleeping chambers. And continuing to the west through the portcullis, of course, is the experimentation rooms and the vaults.
I go to the vault since that's where I was told Agatha is.
The portcullis is closed.
Do I know how to open it?
Yes.
I open the portal.
There's a collection of switches that you have never touched.
Okay.
You're a gnome.
So, I just yell for Agatha and see if I can freaking get this open. If she knows how.
You might know, what sequence to flip the switches.
You're also a gnome, so if you know what sequence to flip the switches, you're actually worse off. So you should just experiment with it. Being a gnome, you'll probably get it right, unless you actually know, because you're a gnome.
Yeah.
If you know, then it'll blow up. That's
No.
which I'm listening for explosions constantly. By the way.
Gnome way.
Do you
Oh, shit.
yell for Agatha, or do you
I
flip
yell
the
for
switches?
Agatha.
I'm waiting for the pennies.
There is no response.
This guy's up like a $5 tip.
Halthas and Marduk.
Reading.
Yes, I am pointing at the scroll right now.
I'm actively reading it.
I'm
Make an Arcana check.
offering you a piece of charcoal.
Ooh,
That
well,
was,
I'm a wizard, so isn't that one of my special things?
yes, it should be.
What are you?
And it's under
looking at
intelligence, so
there?
I have a set 18.
You should have. It's a plus one,
Arcana.
and then your proficiency bonus, which you don't have written down. Proficiency bonus is 2, right?
It is 2, yes.
So it's
Over
plus
20.
3
It-
then,
it-
so it's a 22.
Okay. You know that this is a spell of true sight.
Oh.
Do I see that instantly, or does it take some time?
You know it pretty well. This is one spell that you have studied, but you've never been able to scribe it.
Now, inscribing typically destroys the original scroll, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to insist upon him to inscribe it without informing him that happens, because he should know as a wizard, and I just don't
I
really
do
care.
know.
All right, true seeing, verbal, somatic, and material requires an ointment that costs 25 gold pieces, made from mushroom powder, saffron, and fat. I don't know what saffron is. I've never known what saffron
It's
is.
a cooking ingredient of some sort.
Yeah, saffron is a long bean type of thing, typically used in curry.
Oh, okay. Spell gives the willing creature you touch the ability to see things as you actually are. For the duration, the creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane, all out to a range of 120 feet. And I thought they changed the dynamic of the spell, but it seems like here it's fine, so let's keep it that way. All right.
How long does scribing
Here,
take again?
charcoal.
Scribing takes approximately an hour. What level is this spell?
It
Should
is
we?
6th
Hey,
level.
Hey, could you ask him if I can have this? I say as I start scribing.
I would not attempt to scribe
Yeah.
a 6th level spell.
This is a 6th level spell. What does he have to roll to get a 6th level spell? I mean,
The DC on that is and I'm saving you time and frustration by this.
Yes.
The DC check on scribing True Sight at its current level is approximately 28.
So,
you can't.
So you ain't scribing it.
1
you
out of
don't
20.
have enough dice to do it.
Right.
You don't have enough anything.
Yeah.
Hey,
Even if you
guys
hit a
mind if I
natural
keep this?
20.
I say as I start
You
rolling it up.
You
putting it in
can
my
cast
backpack.
the spell from the scroll
Yes.
Was that destroy the scroll?
Without destroying the scroll.
without destroying the scroll.
Oh.
Really?
Oh,
But
I
you
thought,
have to
In
be
this
at that
particular
level, I
case,
believe.
or
In this
just all?
particular case.
Okay, because I was going to say if the rules have changed for that, then I'm just going to carry around
So
a
I'm
shitload of
guessing-
scrolls.
do I just know all... yeah, I know all this shit.
Yeah.
So I cast the scroll and I kind of just whack him. Like, do
So-
this over my shoulder.
You
Okay.
give me true seeing for the benefit of
Or I whack you in the crotch. Take your pick.
it. Doesn't matter to me as long
There
as
is no floor.
with as tall as I am, doubling over takes an extreme amount of time.
So the library is to the north of you.
Yes.
And
Well, I poke myself when I cast it twice, or would
Yeah,
that take
cast
forever?
it twice.
I cast it twice and whack him on myself.
mm-hmm.
Take a quick look around.
you
Nothing.
see, both of you, in fact,
It lasts
now
an hour.
see these creatures as approximately 15 feet tall,
Mm.
and they are skeletal.
Yeah. See things as they actually are.
And which direction is the library?
Libraries to the north.
Past these fucks.
Right, it is past this fuck.
Yes.
Let's go.
After you.
I go.
I watch from a distance.
I go north. My chaotic good companion uses me as a meat shield for once, so
I'm ridding the world of evil
saving the world
by
from
making you go first.
saving the world from devastation. All right.
You also see that the
Yeah, exactly.
if
Catch 'em
you
all.
care to look to the west,
I don't know.
at the creature on the podium, he stands 60 feet tall.
Can we see the
How the,
composition?
can I? What do
of-
their
How-
faces look like? Can I
How
even see them?
tall is the ceiling?
100.
100 or
Yeah.
so.
Oh.
Can we see? Can I see what the
This thing's built into a
composition of the
mountain, dude.
skeletal figure is? If there's any unique and distinguishing features of the skeleton, for instance,
Like
is the
60 feet
pelvis
tall?
female, or does the head have giant horns on it? I mean, anything? I don't know anything telling.
The,
Can I
subtle?
can I
subtlety.
even see from them being 60 feet tall and I'm looking at their toe bones what their damn faces look like?
I'm a tourist. I'm familiar with bone structure.
You can see their faces clearly.
Faces like
they
they're
have-
not bones. They're
They're
bone-like.
skulls.
Skull
Fuck
faces?
this.
Because if they were just like withdrawn, like drawn flesh, they could
They're
still
not
be
gaunt.
skeletal.
They're skulls.
Okay.
It may be drawn flesh, but
But it's so translucent you can't really tell.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. I like that.
I
in
don't.
fact, if you remember from the old days
Mm.
of D&D, the Astro Sphinx had a similar feature.
It sounded extremely familiar.
Nope, got nothing to do with this shit.
The creature that stands 60 feet tall has runes carved all over its skeletal structure. Its pelvis, however, is facing backwards.
Interesting. So its
And-
legs are backwards too?
Its legs are backwards.
So just its torso.
I am getting an inkling for what I think this might be. At least I know it's not. It's extra planar. I mean, that's obvious.
Could be.
Shit, I only know of one.
No, it's
thing
from
that-
here. It clearly evolved on this planet.
Right?
The only thing I know that's flip joints is that weird evil cat fucking thing.
What the fuck's that?
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa?
Rakshaza.
The things that have to hold their daggers backwards because
Yes.
God hates them.
Beautiful. Love Rakshasas.
I'm gonna stab you.
Tiger
And get
Man.
to my left.
If you get to my
But they don't seem to be paying attention to you anymore.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. We're not.
They're all focused on the giants.
The other giant.
We're
The giants among giants.
Yes.
right. We're outside of their. We're minuscule. We are nothing. We are
I avoid their
pathetic
feet.
little. Yes. Let's just keep moving to the north. I want to see this library, and I want to see it before our spell wears off. Let's go.
I attempt to open the portcullis. As
Fuck
bad as
this
that idea
place.
sounds.
I roll my one.
Actually,
sided die.
Dryden is up. As I said, there is a sword on the rack that seems to get your attention.
I look at the sword.
It is a long dagger, more of a dirk type of thing, made of this reddish metal.
Yoink.
So, yoink.
Stop. I examine it closer.
Well, it's in my pocket.
Are you giving me a perception,
He gets waist high and
investigation,
stares.
history, lore?
Gosh, you've given me so many choices, and I want to try them all.
You can do that from the comfort of your pocket.
Excuse me, let me check my pocket.
You're a shitty conscience. I'm going to tell you that right now.
My character's chaotic good. I am not.
I'm going to start with a standard perception check. I'm going to perceive that shit.
You guys do remember you're being watched.
Everybody's watching.
I'm perceiving it. I'm looking at it.
No, I mean, you guys are being watched, so you can't really steal it.
Yeah.
You perceive that it's already in your pocket.
Shit. He's also got a high dexterity, so you could possibly get away with it. No,
And what was your roll?
I got 15, and that's -3.
My roll was mine.
But also, then I have. Well, hold up.
Slow your roll.
What am I doing? 15 plus my persuasion, which is. No, not persuasion. What the hell?
Investigation?
Perception.
Perception.
Investigation.
So,
Where is that?
it's a plus
It's a
3.
private-
Plus 3, that's 18. -3 is 15.
7th grade.
It is
It
a
was
well-made long dagger that seems to be made of red steel.
Do I know what the red steel is?
Red steel.
Is that just the type of steel it is? It's not like a reddish steel. It's actually called red steel.
Yeah.
Is it actually a material from the game, or is it,
It is red steel as you know it.
I'm familiar with flame touch steel from.
Get your meta.
I'm familiar with bad touch steel.
Shut up.
I'm familiar with just steel.
It's it's basically its own element. Once it is smelted, forged, the metal is it becomes redder and redder as it is processed.
Okay, what are the properties? What are the additional properties of a weapon that's forged using red steel?
Furthermore, do I know that?
No, and
It looks very valuable.
You're not there.
All right.
Like
The only way you're going to figure that out is if you ask the people that forge.
All right, fine.
Steel.
Do I have an escort right now?
Yes, you do.
You have.
I'm gonna make this a little easier on myself. I turn to the guy and I ask, "Do you know anything about this particular beauty of a weapon?"
In my pocket.
I'm like holding it like this.
Your pouch.
It was forged thousands of years ago in this very monastery. That is all I know.
Do you know who it belongs to?
You're not there.
Yeah, you're not there. Shut up.
Do you know who this?
Do you know who it belongs to?
Stop it! I was going to.
Okay, come on.
Do you know who this belongs to, or if there's any particular properties, physical or magical to it?
To my knowledge, it has not been used.
They call it red steel for a reason.
Stop whispering over my shoulder. I'm really I don't need a conscience, okay? Tridyn already's messed up enough without you.
It's ready to be stolen.
I am already. I ask, do you think anybody'd have any objections if I were to use it?
Someone might.
You might want to ask.
Who would I ask about this?
You already
A
did.
monk.
Right. Stop it. Okay, I don't need your God. I'd like to imagine that I'm actually shouting over someone. Shut up. No, I'm not. I'm not that crazy. I say, right. Well, I'll ask Styx about this.
Kazgrimm knows much.
Better take it with you just in case.
Stop. Really, God.
Alright, let's wait.
I'm sure he does, and I will ask him about that. But before I do that, is it alright if I do another check on it?
Nope.
Okay.
It's not alright, or it is alright? I'm not sure. Is it?
No, his turn is up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Treza? What was his name?
Clayzon.
Trujan.
You don't know the name of your own.
I asked him,
He's true.
can you go get Agatha for me?
What am I, a scullery maid?
Not
Don't
to
give me that
remove
shit,
her
Monk.
from the vault.
By who?
I was instructed not to remove her from the vault. His pinpoints start to glow a little fiercely.
So
More fiercely.
may I enter without breaking?
If you can figure out the switch, yes.
I attempt to figure out the switch.
It explodes, you die.
Yeah, if he rolls a 1, he gets it.
If you try to fail and you succeed, what have you done? Looks like you rolled a 10.
You've done a gnomish feat.
Ah. That needs to be an actual perk.
Gnomish feat?
Gnomish feet. Either refers
Give me
to
a-
size or...
Or his feet being gnomish.
Either history or
There's no such thing as a quick
wisdom.
fail. Everyone
And
just
since this
sucks
is
your way.
mechanical, I can use Artifactor's Lore as well.
Yep,
Alright.
Also known as Indiana Jonesing it.
pretty much.
17.
17
Da, da,
plus 6, so 23.
This is a pretty common switch puzzle to your people. It is what they use to keep,
You, your
interlopers
people.
out. It is configured
What do you mean, you people?
as such.
Waterboarding? No, that's wooden.
And that's how it is right
I know
now.
the technique.
That is, yes, its current
It was taught to
configuration.
me.
Do I know how to open it
It's not that hard.
by
Slightly.
any luck?
Something over the mouth. Normally rag.
You could
Just
give
pour
me
Steady stream.
Yeah, just roll a straight d20.
18.
Oh, you want to hold it down though. The
3 of the switches are in the incorrect position.
Hey! And since there's 2 positions...
Yeah. Well, give me the paper.
All up. Who'd have thunk it?
Bum, 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 bum.
Wah, wah.
These 3 levers are in the incorrect position.
Do they just go one way or they're...
They seem to be 3 setting switches.
Well, this shit just got a lot harder.
Bum, bum.
Oh, 3 settings.
Yep, left, right, center.
Am I going to have to describe how I move these switches?
Probably
Just
not.
to what, to what setting. And which
LRC
one?
works really well.
Fucking hate LRC, man. But it's useful in creating maps.
Dude, I'm not going to figure this fucking shit out.
Okay.
Because I don't know how exactly to move these switches.
Crank a yank it. The worst that happens is you break it.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're a gnome. That's what you do.
Yeah, you're a tinker.
It's not like there's not 50 gnomes who will just show up. They're like, oh, it's broken again.
Yeah.
Well, what you... is anyone hurt? Okay, let's move on then.
I have the same trait as gnomes. Pretty much.
Yeah,
Absolute
he's a tinker
fuck up.
straight.
I have a tinkerer who... I constantly break things. I tinker with them.
How's that flame glass doing?
Tinkle.
Actually, I somehow didn't break it. I rolled high enough to actually modify it. It shoots flame out even further. I could use it to just like...
Alright, I move.
Yeah, this far. And
This
now
one
this
going
far.
right.
You can now light
Wait,
a cigar with it.
this one
Stay back.
going farther left, and this one
The
going
one
right.
draw will talk like that.
Okay.
Nice.
That's why they kicked him out. They're tired of that shit. We have no cultural relevance for this shit. I don't get
2
it,
of
dude.
the
Get out
bars
of
of
the
the
cave.
portcullis
I'm a detective who's
Come
trying to
down.
figure out where my people went.
and 1 falls
Why
towards
were
you.
you blind?
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, we saw that one guy was just shot up when
15.
chaotic magics went to work.
Sorry about that.
Okay. This bar slams down, and you deftly sidestep it as it cracks the glowing tile.
Fuck.
Fucking no.
I don't think they use that word here. Fleek. Wait, no, that's a shitty word.
Now, when he was stepping on the tiles and they were glowing, I'm imagining that this hit the tile either so hard that it stopped glowing entirely or it's permanently glowing.
Permanently glowing.
It flickers.
And I also imagine he did something along those lines.
Did it hit our creature?
I really
friend?
wanted to make
No,
that
it didn't
reference.
hit the creature.
Okay.
He just walks through it.
Can I enter
Dumbass.
at all?
Yes.
Okay, I enter. Actually, I look to him. Say, would it be fine if I enter?
Just go.
Thank you.
Just go already.
I enter,
Fix this mess,
looking for Agatha.
You are confronted with two passageways, one to the north, one to the south. He stands on the other side of this portcullis, now looking at this cracked stone.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
Halthas and... God, I keep forgetting your fucking...
Marduk.
Just think of it as Marduk.
Just think
Or Mars dick.
Sumerian god Marduk.
Ah, yes.
There you go.
Fucking Sumerians.
Racist.
Klatu, Varata, Niktu.
Klaatu, Varada, necktie.
Necktie.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna take it now.
you're walking to the north. You come to a door on the edge of this meditation chamber. You hear this weird low droning sound growing louder, but it's still coming from behind you as if the giant creature is emanating this sound.
Performing some sort of creature.
Quick glance behind me to see if his giant ass face isn't right on top of me.
And my giant ass face is right on top of you.
You look back and you see them still in the positions they were.
Creepy. Don't like this place.
This door is it's a weak-looking wooden door.
Must purge weakness with fire.
Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I have a strength of 15. Without checking to see if there's a locking mechanism, my insanity takes play, and I kick the door in. 1.
You break your foot on the
Is
door.
that fucking nat 1?
That was a nat 1.
Yes!
You slip, fall, and crack your head on the stone tile,
Both of them, in fact.
taking 3 points of damage.
Was it worth it?
And you are now dazed.
Yes.
Wow.
It was totally worth it.
And in this dazed state, the skull is now clearly speaking in your mind.
Yes, very much so.
It's calling you a fucking idiot. It's saying, this is so typical of you, Marduk. This is,
My mother was right
You'll
about
never
it.
amount to anything.
That's canon. That's my mother was right about you.
so, do you try the door? Or do you try to kick it as well,
Seeing what happened.
You okay, dude?
You just jiggle the handle. I just jiggle the fucking handle. Find out it's locked.
I do a quick... I'm guessing... Do I know about pulses?
I would assume
The
so.
library is never locked.
The library's not locked.
It's safe to assume that a place filled with knowledge, books that you can just, look at, a library, is probably not locked.
But this guy seems to have been taken out by forces of evil.
It's
By
his
his
own
own
forces
ass.
of evil.
The door's evil. It's a mimic.
He just-
That would actually be a decent assumption.
you know what would be awesome is if there was an entire house that was a mimic.
There it is.
Wait,
Right.
why don't you
There's-
just ask
it's
the
like
creatures
Monster
if
House,
the door's
just-
Pretty
freaking
much.
locked?
Oh, I need to see
I didn't
that.
know I could talk with the creatures. They seem to be too involved in being giant and not know.
There are two following you.
Oh, there are.
You guys seem to forget I told them to follow you.
Do I even notice them behind me?
Not really. They're...
Wait, when I look behind me, I would have seen them.
Yeah, they actually
Damn,
joined.
I'm absolutely terrified.
They joined the crowd.
What do they look like with true sight?
Same as every other.
Oh, at least they're not more creepy now.
More creepier.
Mo creepier.
The grammar. Anyway,
Grandma? What about Grandma?
This door stands in front of you and seems to have taken your friend down.
First thing is,
Vile door.
Fucking door.
attack the door with a stick, like,
You poke it with a stick.
Give me a basic attack.
ooh, 2.
Jesus.
He pokes himself in the stomach.
This is the door that takes out the entire party.
You know what's sad? It's not even fucking law.
I don't know that.
When you poke the door, it creaks open.
Even though you do so with absolutely no force whatsoever.
Like, I try walking on you, like,
You actually kind of pull back a little on the
I like
Charge it like you're using a battering ram.
Yeah.
I stumble
And
over
you
and
trip
put my
halfway
hand on the
through.
door and just fall through the. Ah!
Okay.
That fucking
That
door.
works.
You fall into the library. This library, you can see as you're face planting, has wall-to-wall shelves that are
Slow motion.
The shelves stand about 20 feet high. A chandelier hangs in the center of the room, lighting it very well. Many of the shelves actually seem empty, but what's left looks old and valuable. A couple of scrolls are.
My face hits the floor.
There's a few scrolls here and there on these shelves, but the scrolls don't look ornate in any way.
He got all that while he was falling down?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, really.
Slow mo. It's amazing.
Well, you can also see this as well through the open door.
Nope, dazed.
No, I'm dazed. I'm staring up at the ceiling.
You're lying down just...
enjoying the pretty colors.
And the screaming in your skull.
Yeah.
In both of them.
Really not screaming, more berating.
More, yeah.
insulting.
More...
Yeah.
He's whipped by the skull. That's the sad thing.
Well, fair enough. That's right.
Right.
I'd
That's
go and
about
kick a
7
door.
seconds. Nat 1.
No.
Your eyes begin to adjust a little bit as the sun begins to dip down behind the mountains. You can see quite clearly out of the south wall this breathtaking mountain view. It seems to be on the top of a cliff.
I shrug and I look back at the weapon because my character just doesn't give a shit.
I look in my pack real quick at the weapon.
Oh man, I just realized something that makes my character very hard to play. He's a rogue with honor.
Not that hard.
Robin Hood.
Honor among thieves?
Yeah, but he
honor
wouldn't
means a lot of things.
Yeah, really.
I'm just trying to think like where my values
murder his
would.
original
You'd
life,
have
so
honor
I
to
don't
your
think
friends.
that's
Would
qualified.
probably.
Yeah, I
They
wouldn't
were
steal the
unhonorable.
weapon. I know. So
Honor
I
just means you act like
no,
code. It could be a shitty code.
Yeah, it could be.
all right. So
I mean,
I'm
terrorists have
gonna.
honor.
They have a code. It. See, sounds great.
Sorry, I was playing your character for you.
Thank you. I needed that.
He was doing better.
Yeah. Shit. What was I gonna do? I was going. Well, you're already down in some vault or something, so I.
Take it with me.
Stop.
Jesus.
I do a Arcana. I look at it with Arcana to see what the fuck is.
That's a funny way of saying
That's
dexterity.
okay.
What was your roll?
I got a 6 plus 3. It's 9.
You don't know of any magical properties to this thing.
Better have the wizard check it. I'll go find him.
Or have the person that works on it.
Well, yeah, but you're down in some vault. I'm all the way in the forge.
What's your passive perception, by the way?
13.
You hear something from outside, to the south. It sounds like an eagle screeching.
I walk closer to the cliff. Well, I imagine it's kind of like a cliff. Is there a banister there or is it just a straight drop?
Straight drop.
So it's like,
What?
I'm sorry, but I have to use the reference as a source. Like, are we talking like that sky cell in Game of Thrones, where it's just like half of a room essentially?
It seems to be just it opens up into the outside.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, well, I walk up to the edge, not too close, of course, but I walk up to the edge and I look out and see what I can see.
Do you cross the plain? Do you look down over the edge, or?
Yeah, I kind of just look down and around.
You smack your head on a wall.
Intentionally.
I do the.
That's evil.
I get to do the real mind thing. I touch the there's a wall there.
Very smooth stone.
Don't look at me like that.
Smooth like a baby's
smug little jerk. Well, I try to see what I can see without peering down per se. I'm just like looking all around.
You see, birds flying around. You see the tops of the clouds and the tops of the mountains.
You hear scraw as an eagle.
This isn't glass, I imagine. This is like an invisible barrier.
Could be.
Or it's very, very clean glass. Do you use Windex? No. I turn to the...
No Windex, no.
Lemon, please.
No Windex. You bring from home.
I turn to the beast.
The beast.
The beast of America. And you guys are gonna make me have an aneurysm, I swear. Okay, so I turn to the creature behind me, and I say, well, first I say, by chance, what is your name?
Roll for name.
Is Laurelian.
Laurelian.
To say Loretta.
Oh no!
So we got lore and truth.
Laurelian. Hold up, let me write that down just so that I can try and remember that.
Laurelian and...
I'm just going to write it out phonetically. Laurelian. I say... Well, Laurelian. Is that really clean glass or is it a magical barrier?
It is built out of stones of sight.
Oh, so there's actually no cliff there. That's just a stone. Right. That's fancy. Where do you get stuff like that?
Downstairs.
From hell?
Right. Are you talking... Is there a mine or...
There was a mine, yes.
Makes sense. Gnomes. Mines. I can equate those two.
There's no longer a mine, so
It's
it must
not
all have
just
caused
a
to
gnome
collapse and die.
monastery.
So, wait, you mean there was a mine or there was a working mine and now it's abandoned?
I'm thinking collapse and died.
We're
talking
had
about
to
gnomes here.
destroy it.
You destroyed the mine. Would you... Is there a particular reason behind that or is it secret?
Gnomes.
I'm not allowed to say.
Gnomes.
That's okay. That's okay.
Have to ask a monk.
Gnomes.
That's okay. That's okay. I can respect that.
The gnomes.
Still, that is some crazy cool stuff. I dig it.
The gnomes.
We dig it too.
You did before you destroyed the mine.
Sucker.
And then I do this. I snap a couple of times and I point at him and smile, a big old grin. And then I end my turn.
Right hallway.
Huh?
I go down one of the hallways.
Which one, north or south?
Let's go north.
Oh wait, I was playing
North.
saxophone.
You go
That's
to...
saxophone solo. Oops.
You're standing in what you know to be one of the experimentation halls. To the north of this hall, you can see essentially a view of a snowy forest. Looks just like outside the front door. On the basically decorating the floor here, the gray stone floor, are scorch marks, little craters, dried blood.
And I probably know what these are.
You might, yeah.
Well, I have an idea.
We've looked at a lot of dry blood in our very short expansion as adventures. Expanse. Yeah.
Yeah, this seems dried blood
To
seems to be
the
the theme.
South
Now you have some on the
east
glass.
of where you're standing currently is the antechamber to the vaults.
Chapter 3.
And I go to the antechamber because I take it that's where I'll find Agatha.
It's a decent assumption. You crank open this iron door, and it hisses. Steam shoots out from it, and it slides upward, revealing the antechamber itself. Halthas and Marduk.
I shut the door behind me and start looking.
Cliffhanger!
Shut up.
I stood up, shut the door, and started looking at the scrolls.
Am I undazed, or do I need to roll for that?
Give me a con roll.
So I was writing down what was happening, so I'm going to use the restroom. So if anything interesting happens or vital,
3.
please tell me.
All right, you are still dazed.
5. That's 5.
You shut the door on him?
I just naturally shut the door behind me.
Ah, very polite upbringing, apparently.
Monastery.
Yeah,
Wizard. It's what I do.
very true.
I totally forget about him hemorrhaging
Dazed.
from the skull. And that I could easily cauterize the wound. And you're bald,
There's
right?
no skull. No, I've got hair.
You said you cracked your skull and you're bleeding.
Flowing blonde hair.
Long flowing blonde hair.
Not anymore.
Like you're the sexiest insane person to ever exist.
I'm not sure.
So
Give me any role that you see fit.
Religion, fucking arcana, history, whatever. 11.
religion, a smile and a
Religion 11? Well, I guess that's religion 13?
Religion 13. You know that these type of libraries are pretty common in monasteries. This is something you know from your studies.
In libraries.
Yes.
In monasteries.
Indeed. You know that many temples, many monasteries tend to store important documentation in locked rooms attached to these monastery or these libraries. However, you know that not very much powerful magic would be in here. However, this might not be the case here.
What skill does lockpicking fall under?
Dexterity.
Yeah, it's dex.
Thought maybe there was a skill.
It's sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is still dexterity.
I could have sworn that there was like a specific one that
Did I
was
miss
just
anything?
lockpicking.
Yeah,
No.
it used to be anyway.
Nothing we need to write down there.
3.5.
Not entirely.
Now, dazed is not hold person, so I'm going to get up and I'm going to still try and open the door, dazed as I am, and enter.
So you open the door, or do
I
you
am
try to
attempting-
kick it again?
I am attempting to open the door. I saw him open the door. I'm no longer concerned about kicking open the door.
You saw me stab the door.
I'm sheepishly, I saw him push open the door with a stick.
It's a mimic.
It's
No.
It swallowed me.
Your stick is a mimic.
The door easily swings open, revealing the library to you.
I cast Charm Mimic. All right. Well, I'm still dazed, but entering, I am under the influence of both drugs and alcohol, and true sight, and true seeing. So
And screaming.
I am true screaming. Right. I'm also true screaming, true seeing as they already are. Which luckily I'm not looking at my skull because otherwise I would see it as it really is, and not as my crazy perceptions
Right.
make it out to be. So, I'm looking around for magical walls and things. Well, the thing is that we have no actual frame of reference, so everything in the room could be like exactly as we're supposed to see it
With true sight.
with true sight. So, I'm going to roll perception to see if there is anything that particularly catches the eye.
Okay.
13.
13. And that's with your wisdom bonus. That's all that.
Yeah.
With True Sight, and noting how tall you are,
I'm very tall.
you notice the corner of a scroll kind of sticking out of one of the kind of sitting on top of one of the shelves.
All right.
And it seems to have a nice little glow to it.
And it's tied with a prettier ribbon than the rest of them. So I will take that scroll and I will open it and attempt to not only read it, but go, here, I think I found something. I can't really see all that well. I'm dazed.
He pulls a kite down and holds it to me.
That's right.
He runs with a kite. He starts flying.
You tug at the scroll, and I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
With your stun.
13.
13, is that with dazed?
What's the dazed drop?
Dazed would be a -2 to dex.
Then that'd be 11.
11? You narrowly dodge a spike that falls out of the chandelier.
You die because it's poisoned.
The scroll now in your hand, it seems to be a spell.
Ooh, it seems to be. Hey! I found out, and I fall flat on my face.
Jesus, stop bleeding all over the place. Be quiet, we're in a library.
I'm still holding the scroll. It's okay. I still got it here.
Shut up, give me that.
Hand it to Halthas.
Chaotic good.
And Dridyn.
Yeah. I touch the dagger.
To the old oak tree.
Stop.
You touch the red steel dagger?
Yeah, I don't like touch any sharp points. I just kind of run my finger along the smooth point of the blade. And...
Do you remember having an amulet? That
I do. The dagger eats my amulet or something.
It goes right towards the dagger. I mean, amulet.
The dagger's
Stop stealing, rogue!
the amulet seems to vibrate when you touch this dagger.
I look back at the creature, and then I look back at the dagger.
The creature seems to be facing away from you.
He just happens to be. I just letting you know, I'm not seeing anything.
I'm on lunch.
I kind of mutter to myself to see if the amulet hears me. Hey, you there?
Yeah, you should steal that.
Shut up!
Actually, yes.
Really? That's what he says?
You took my line, you dick.
Hey, look. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna ask first because this is.
No, steal it. No, we
it could be a sacred treasure, and you could be killed for it.
Well,
this
I
already
don't.
belongs to you.
Look, listen to me. You
listen to me.
No. Before you go on a tangent about this,
They'll
okay?
never use it for anything. You will.
Shh. Shut up, boys.
This is perfect.
Our Lord wills it.
Look, stop. Will you give me a break here? We don't have the same
You
Lord.
feel a pulling at the base of your spine.
My spine is just fine, thank you.
And a stroking at the bridge of your nose.
Shh, it's okay. Shh, take it.
It belongs to us.
Stop. I say, stop it!
Yes, you feel compelled to take it.
What do I roll for that?
A resist fucking evil.
Resisting.
Yeah.
That would be. That would actually be a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that shit's in your pocket.
He fucking fails that.
That shit's in your pocket already.
The saving throw?
Yeah, that shit's in your pocket.
So do I add what?
You don't know
You
what
add your
happens.
charisma modifier.
Which I don't have one, so 6.
Yeah, that shit's already in your pocket.
I put it in my pocket.
Oh, this should be fun.
You come to, and this giant being's holding you by the scruff. You feel blood running down your face as you look in your pocket and see a dagger. It was just him. I don't know what happened.
It just happened. It jumps into my pocket.
The local magistrate
You look
says,
up
sure
at the
kid.
creature that's facing away from you, and you see that its head is facing you.
You use the dagger.
I put it back.
You're not there.
I whisper to the amulet, see what you fucking did? This is why I wasn't going to steal it. I was going to ask first.
Too late for that. You may need to use that dagger.
You do not start telling me what I use and do not use, mother.
You have the dagger now. You have the power.
Kazgrimm.
They are powerless to stop you.
The antechamber is
Mother, blood.
made of what you could assume is a black stone. I forget the element.
Racist.
Onyx?
Alright.
No,
Coal?
Obsidian?
Obsidian?
no, the core material of the earth.
Gold?
Magma?
Gold, iron?
Something stone?
Let's just go with
Bedrock?
Blackstone for now.
No,
It's
the core.
a rough black stone formed out of dried magma.
That's obsidian.
No,
Actually, that's a smooth black stone.
That's
Pumice?
I'm trying to think of what the Earth's crust made of, and all I can think of is fucking dirt.
Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah.
Volcanic stone. Let's just go
Yeah,
with that
fuck
so
it.
we can move on.
Black
It's-
rock?
It's a black stone. It's gonna
Racist.
bug me until I figure it out.
Is it porous?
You'll figure it out when you
It's
get.
porous. Yeah.
Damn it, I've seen
That's-
it.
That's,
We have some.
What's that porous fucking
Pumice.
rock?
It
I think
Hummus?
it may be pumice.
might be pumice.
What if it was hummus?
Okay, let's just continue. So
not
Continuing
hummus.
on.
not Hamas.
You see basically a few smears of blood on this black stone.
Gross.
You step in?
Yeah.
Okay.
holding the door so it doesn't. Oh wait, it's a big metal door.
Why do you have traps?
Are you talking about the what typically makes up the bed of the ocean, that rock?
Yeah.
Then it's not pumice.
The door closes behind you. You are now in complete darkness, even with your low light vision.
Basalt.
Basalt, yes, thank you.
It's also
Imprisoning you. All that you see.
You see a crack of light forming on the
You cannot
eastern wall.
You cannot die.
trapped in your holding cell.
You're down with the
Doodly
sickness.
doodly 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 doodly.
Doodly-doodly-doo.
I can't. Oh, wait. This one.
Done. Doody.
I roll perception hearing.
Perception, hearing. Okay.
50. Fuck.
Oh, hey.
That is
Language.
17. My passive is 14 though.
17. Passive actually doesn't go for actively receiving. Passive is obviously passive.
That would be the definition.
You actually see better out of the corners of your eyes than.
Yep.
Cataracts.
You hear the grinding of this, what you could assume, circular door, and really nothing else.
that sound
You hear the sound of wind
Kanye West.
reaching in, and that's it.
Agatha, are you here?
No answer.
Shit. Wait, I light one of my torches.
Using
Okay.
what method?
It's filled with natural
You better
gas.
say
You explode.
prestidigitation.
Yeah. So, well,
Can I borrow this for a second?
I just gave you the answer, Scrub Lord.
Or do you use prestidigitation?
I don't have prestidigitation.
Everybody has
Everybody has
prestidigitation.
prestidigitation.
Turns
even
out.
me.
Look, I'll show you how you know prestidigitation. Raise your right hand. Now bring it across your face. You know prestidigitation.
Alright, I attempt to use prestidigitation first.
The place is filled with natural gas. The air explodes. You die.
Actually, prestidigitation can create a small spark, so you could do that, but depends on what your intent is.
You can start or snuff out a small campfire.
Yeah, but you can also, with a spark and
Actually, I
full
could.
natural gas.
I just attempt to light
Start a
it with
conflagration. You couldn't put
prestidigitation.
out
Screw it.
prestidigitation.
Okay. Give me a
Quick, use lightning. Put him out of his misery.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I've got like
18.
As soon as the flame juts out of your finger and jumps to this torch, you see the flame expanding almost in slow motion, and you duck because the entire upper portion of this room is now one big ass fireball.
I told you, didn't I?
And the room is alight at this moment, correct?
Yes, the room is completely alight.
You walked into the pilot light room, you dumb bastard!
Do I see anything?
Flames!
You see
Like you
the
wouldn't
door
do it.
to your, the
Mr.
door to,
Fireball.
to the east cracking
I'd
open
use it for
slowly,
range.
and the door to your north rattles. This big ass metal door just kind of rattling.
Is that the one that I just entered through? Or?
Yes, the one that is slowly opening is the one that you are apparently going towards.
I'm gonna run for that fucking door.
Gesundheit.
It only needs to be
Thank
open
you.
6 inches for him to slide under.
It is 10 feet from you, and it is opening very slowly.
Whew, it's getting hot in here.
So take off all your clothes.
I attempt to assist in pushing it open.
Give me a strength check.
I deserve that.
16.
16 is not sufficient.
Not even to help budge it open.
Nope.
You start sweating.
I'm
The effort.
attempting to kind of squeeze through now.
It is not sufficiently open. Halthas and...
God damn it!
Reading scroll.
Yeah, I'm allowing him to read the scroll. I also realized that only one type of warlock needs to scribe. Yeah.
This would be like a really those would be
Good
some
scene.
terrible smash cuts in a TV show. Just like it's a really suspenseful part, and then you see a couple of dudes jacking off in a library, and
Yeah.
then some guy
A dude
staring at
hemorrhaging
a
on the ground
guy.
and
I
another
would watch
reading.
that. I would watch that show.
What, two guys jerking off in a hallway?
And then
then
you just
everybody's
see
like-
me staring at a dagger I just stole.
Okay, so you're reading the scroll.
I guess I should say trying to deduce what the hell this is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm letting him.
And I don't even have a clue where it came from. Because I was too
Marduk?
busy in the books.
Give me a con roll.
Who?
And Halthas, give me an arcana.
18. It's 18.
Oh!
9.
Sorry, that
Well, it wasn't 18.
It was
You
18.
are no longer dazed.
That would be.
It's the
And
gay fox.
a 19?
the gay
Eight.
fox.
18 plus my thingy of 20.
20.
Above 20. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm sure it passes, unless it's something ridiculous.
It
Ridiculous.
is
Ridiculous.
it's a spell you've never actually seen before. It is open and hold portal.
Really? How?
Game terms. Well, what level is it? Actually, what level? Bookman.
Open and hold portal.
That's what you have to say when you have open and close the portal.
That's what it sounds like, because his face is pressed firmly into the ground.
Yeah. No longer dazed, at least.
It is not located in this book.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, I've been duped. No wonder I know nothing about it.
Open and hold portal. That would be a very dangerous spell.
Indeed.
Yeah. Something that I definitely should be fucking with.
Something he's gonna no matter what.
You're a wizard. You fuck with anything.
It's
And that's
a
turned out real well.
it's a spell of 3rd level.
Ooh, that could be scribable.
It could be scribable.
But I would wait because it's.
Be a shame if that caught fire.
Yes.
in the text of the scroll, it seems to indicate that it is used. It can be used on surfaces up to 50 feet thick.
Alright. So I'm thinking of I can create a hole in something and walk through.
Essentially, yes.
So,
So you're Moses.
given a break so you can cut this out. Like Roger Rabbit's portable hole?
No, this is more of physically. Well, actually, yeah. It compresses using
Magic.
And speaking of which, this is a
magic.
bizarre question, but are there actually portable holes in this campaign?
yes.
Yeah, but they're typically sewn into pouches. So you
I thought they were like bags of holding that you fell into, and some jackass was like, "Yup."
like you pull out a gnome, you're like, where did this go?
I've lost
Just
a
the
couple of
hand that
characters
starts
like
groping
that.
around like, "No."
I ran into a bandit camp that was a bunch of magical douchebags, and one actually tossed my character into a portable hole, folded it, stuffed it in his front pocket, and waited for me to suffocate.
Yes, I remember a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Then dumped me out, looted my corpse, and tossed me off a cliff.
That's...
I once had a character whose portable hole led to a barrel in the back of a tavern where they stored apples. So that was it. He just
Portable
he could
holes
just
can
reach
lead
into it and pull
somewhere?
out an apple. That was about it.
Oh,
Every now
that's
and then you
awesome. I
reach in
didn't
and
know that was
somebody come out
a...
with
We
a
should
dagger,
probably
it's like,
continue
the
so we
fuck?
can get this episode
Sorry.
done.
But yeah, basically what this what open and hold portal does is it compresses magically compresses the space between 2 points, so much so that it reverses the polarity a little bit, and you can just walk through.
That is cool.
Have you ever played the Stanley Parable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the adventure line. The yellow line that you have to follow. I forget exactly what door number it was, but you're following it through the file room.
Mm-hmm.
You come to one turn, and it becomes a long-ass hallway. But you step through, you look around, and it's a short hallway. It's not even a hallway. Peer reviews room. That's what it was. It's basically like that.
I was thinking like, from here to here be a long way for that bug to go, but it's a wrinkle. And copyright infringement.
You got it. So yeah, that's essentially what you're looking at.
Cool, I say. Well, cool. I mean, term relevant to the times.
I said I dig it, and one of the lore creatures said that they dig it too.
Did that voice in your head say it?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure the voice in your head said it.
Digging is a word that's used by generally everybody and has been for thousands of years. Hey, dig that! Okay.
Yeah.
I dig.
Dryden,
From time to time.
this
Into the
creature facing away from you is facing you
Fleek.
as if its head rotated 180.
I open my mouth to say something, and then I close it, and then I do it again, and then I close it. And I just look ashamed.
He looks at the dagger. Ashamed.
Yes, what he's saying.
Okay.
It's out in the open.
What do you do?
I say, I wasn't going to do that, but I just felt like I should.
The voices in my head.
I don't want to say it was voices in my head, but it was voices in my head.
This monastery is filled with voices in the head.
So you understand, it wasn't really my motivation per se, but the motivation of a voice that was in my head.
Don't blame me for your bullshit.
To an extent.
Right. I'm going to try to put this back on the rack now very carefully.
Don't you dare.
I say, shut up, I don't want to die
Put it
today.
back in your pocket. pretend you're putting it back and then put it back in your pocket.
Shut up.
Your other dagger back.
Shut up.
Do you attempt to resist?
I do.
Charisma saving throw.
That one.
You're my character now.
You turn and run.
You
More
give me,
slaves for the
in this case, a madness saving throw.
18.
That wasn't 18, I saw it.
Okay.
That wasn't
I
18.
think it-
18.
I think it.
And what's
Before
your
you
mod
touched it.
for sanity?
Shit, I don't know. I got an 0 because I got 11 sanity.
Okay.
My stat.
You do not lose your mind, but now you feel compelled to basically follow whatever these voices in your head
All right, guys. All right, what do you want me to do, guys?
He said something smart. That voice in your head said something really smart.
What'd you say?
Take your knife. Put it on the pedestal.
Take your other knife and put it on the pedestal.
I do it.
Easily done.
Does it fool the
No, it looks nothing like red.
the idiot monster?
He doesn't seem to be able to tell the difference.
Yay!
I quickly say, by the way, why do you sound exactly like Halthas?
I would assume it's association.
At least it doesn't sound like Batman.
Why do you sound like Batman?
How do you know who Batman is?
Who's Batman? What the hell?
There are Batmen in this game.
Yes.
Werebat. He's a werebat.
Why do you sound like... What? I don't think werebats sound like they have cancer.
The door
Well,
is
you
now
didn't know.
open wide enough for you to squeeze your gnomish ass through.
I'm going.
You successfully
Get a
breach
wedgie.
this thing, and you are now standing in the north vaults.
Northward ho.
Who designed this?
You see various chambers behind portcullises. Portcullises?
Portculli.
I would say portculli.
Sounds like a terrible
Fucking
disease.
autocorrect. I know. In each of the small chambers, there's a few alchemistic devices sitting on tables that one could assume is used for experimentation. Each chamber also has a metal crate that seems to be unopenable, but maybe it is openable. These portcullises are all open. Portculli.
Portculli.
Do I know
opening
anything about inside the vault?
doors.
Have I ever been this far?
You have never been this far.
In your life.
A new
But
expansion.
it's safe to assume these things should be closed.
Possibly.
Should is kind of an abstract term.
Very much so.
I'm because there's a big fireball behind me.
It seems to have dissipated.
Can I see at least? Very.
You can see clearly in this chamber.
All right. I'm going to begin walking.
Okay. There are 3 chambers to the northern vaults. And there's also a staircase leading down that is completely destroyed. Looks like a cave-in. In the 3rd chamber, you see a sphere of magical darkness. Give me a wisdom throw.
Oh,
saving throw
shoot,
is
a
normal.
sphere of magical darkness.
Just wisdom check, perception. Yeah, perception.
It was well described. I'll give it that.
Nice roll.
19.
19. You see the name Agatha Laughingpyre inscribed on a metallic plate above the last portcullis. You, by this information, can deduce that this is where she either lives or works or does her experimentation.
Or was buried and cremated.
Or is in prison.
I'm
She's
going to
here
try to
in
call
many
for
various
Agatha
forms.
again.
No response.
I'm going to use
I suppose
my
the
cursed
same
arm
you do.
and
We all
touch
support
the
him.
orb of darkness.
We're all his followers.
Halthas and Marduk.
Yes, dear.
Welcome to pacing.
That's what happens when your turn is over. Other people's turns begin.
Yeah.
He's been hemorrhaging for 3 turns now.
I'm actually.
Yeah, he's
fine
no longer
now.
dazed. Probably not bleeding.
So I'm going to continue to look around and see what I would like to
At least I
do.
got rid of that 8.
I'm exploring. He's still.
Rolled
can
up
s-
pocket.
You can see plainly 2 side doors. One to the west, one to the east.
I'll look at one, you look at the other.
How much time has passed since the Sure Seeing spell has?
Minutes.
Minutes, dude. We attacked a
Dude.
door, we lost. You pulled a scroll.
We lost. I lost. You won.
There was no victor. We
Why
all
did
lost.
I'm amassing a collection of pennies.
Okay.
If anybody's wondering, I'm getting pennies thrown at me.
The dude's
Pennies from heaven.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
Trying to get that directly into your into the box.
Into my box.
Into your box.
You're always trying to get into my box.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, I'm exploring, seeing if anything else catches the eye. Books that might be levers that might be books.
Okay.
Sliding hinges. We are after all in a gnomish library, and
We don't see any explosive marks, so gnomes didn't fuck with this.
yeah, that is. I'm looking for scorch marks. I am looking for a lot of scorch marks.
Not all gnomes are tinkers.
Give me a...
Yeah,
But all gnomes are
all
gnomes.
tinkers are gnomes. So
That's not true.
He's a tinker.
that's
You're a
like
gnome.
that's
You're
like
I'm a
gnome.
tinker.
That's like, yeah, but I'm doing this and I'm making a political expression, you know.
Well, your
Not all-
political
not all-
expression is me.
Not all Muslims are terrorists, but all terrorists are Muslims, which is not true either.
No.
No.
They certainly have no trouble saying that. I have no trouble saying that either. All right, so all tinkers are gnomes.
If
You're
I
a
heard
gnome.
you,
You're a gnome logically, so shut up, gnome.
I either give me a perception,
Gnome drow.
investigation, or
A gal.
spot.
A drone. You're a
I
drone.
went straight for perception because that was the first thing you said, and I rolled an 18, so that's a 20 for me.
There are not any scorch marks anywhere.
Or any hinges or sliding bookcases, anything like that.
There seems to be an odd thing about the door to the east.
All right, well, I'm going to continue to examine the door to the east.
Okay. In this case, yep. Give me a spot check, which is an intelligence.
Okay,
I'm examining
Spot
the other door
6.
while he does this.
so I'm not
6.
catching it.
You see a door. It has
It's a door.
It has a golden handle. On the golden handle, there's a ruby.
Well, you know it's a door
It is a door.
because you have true sight.
Right. It's a door. Yeah, that is an odd thing. I mean, if there's anything magical about it, I'm seeing through any magic or illusion. But
However, mechanical hidden walls are still hidden, right?
right.
Yes.
Yes.
And you are examining the door to the west.
I'm examining the other door. I did the whole, we should split up, gang.
Okay.
Yeah,
Already
Scooby Doo.
happened.
Scooby Doo.
Ruh-roh.
Give me a
Ruby Roo, I mean.
perception or investigation or spot or anything.
Cool, all the shit I'm not good at.
Yay!
So, everything at a -1 pen is 4.
You see a door.
Do I see
Do
you?
I see a handle?
You
Okay.
see a handle.
Yeah,
I whack it with the stick.
I'm going. I have a stick as well.
The handle
I'm
jiggles.
also going to whack the handle of my door with a stick
You just hear tonk, tonk, tonk.
because I almost got impaled. Now I'm taking that really a lot in stride for a guy who just almost got impaled
After getting beat
So
up by
you
a
are.
in a
Hitting-
library, let alone.
You didn't notice jewel on your door. You noticed a ruby in the handle of your door. You're hitting it with a stick. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
2.
You fail.
That is a 3. At least it wasn't a 1.
I'm
What's
being
your-
real safe. Whack.
What's your AC?
My AC is 13. I did so for cloth armor. Padded.
You are poked. Bitch.
Is that? Do I hear that? Do I hear something say "bitch" as it's poking me?
Yes, totally.
From the skull.
Damn, invisible
You
halfling
take
gnome.
1 point of damage.
Oh, damn. A hole.
And give me a Constitution save.
You're going to get knocked.
Is it
Nat
20.
20.
20?
Yeah,
You feel an itching.
maybe I should sneeze more often as I go.
You feel an itching, but you are not poisoned.
I hear an itching, but there's no bitching. Cool.
No, you don't hear
And the
itching.
door is open, by the way.
Yay, the door's open.
Do. This fucking place is going to kill this poor bastard.
It opens and it slams in your face as it does.
It just opens to a
All right.
cliffside.
I look through the door.
Dark Souls style.
I look to see what is beyond the door. I have dark vision.
but he just said right.
it's Dryden's turn.
Welcome to pacing.
But I didn't think that I thought that was still.
That's what happens when your turn ends.
Now you know how I feel.
Dryden, go.
Well, now I don't want.
Well, here's the good news. We're the voices in his head, so our turn.
Come on.
That is true.
Touch yourself.
Touch the dagger to yourself.
You have successfully replaced. You've placed your dagger where the red dagger sat. The creature doesn't notice, or doesn't seem to notice at
It's
least.
time to go, friend.
I
Places to explore.
I say.
Oh, give me another charisma saving throw.
So you don't have to listen to that shit.
9.
I'm too strong.
What's your charisma bonus? Do you have one?
No.
You suck.
Wait.
The mad drow.
No.
It's time to go, friend.
Give me also. Your action. What are you doing?
I was gonna go into the library.
I've never seen somebody not want a magical artifact as much as he doesn't want his.
I just want to tell those voices to shut. Can I do that? Can that be my action to try to get this stupid crap out of my head?
You can't tell me from the normal voices in your head, friend. We all live here now. I pay rent.
Kind of true. You're kind of stuck with him for now.
Hey, man, do you mind if I crash on the couch?
Yeah, go ahead. Fine.
Somebody like
Just
my-
don't get crumbs on it. Shit.
somebody
I like to wear my shoes in the house.
Just don't take off your shoes in my brain house. Don't get crumbs on my mind couch.
Hey guys, it's really tight in here, and the other voice in your head just farted. Somebody like match me.
I kill myself. No.
With the dagger.
Roll for kill yourself.
Roll for killing
Critical
yourself.
fail. You live.
You're immortal.
You can never kill yourself.
Critical fail is like you miss and you become a vegetable for the rest of your life.
No.
And you never die. No, I go to the library. I'm like, hey, I'm going to the library now, Mr. Big Creature Dude. Sorry, his name was Lorlean.
He doesn't come with us.
Laurelian.
Tell him to go away.
So, I go to the library.
To the north.
I go that way.
So that's your entire action.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Long ass way.
I'm feeling up this orb, damn it.
This guy
You
moved
put
3
your
inches
first
in his
arm
turn.
up to this magical darkness orb. It dissipates, revealing the body of Agatha Laughing Pyre, dismembered.
There's like a one for
And
every
bodies
limb.
of 2 children lying on the floor next to her.
Your fault.
And